Today, the Constitution is not being upheld. Whatever is happening, everyone knows. And everyone is pretending as if we are only talking about the past. Today, let this court not be seen as complicit. That is why it is so important to secure the rights of the people. Everyone has made mistakes in the past. No one is an angel. But there has to be a resolve to say one day, enough is enough. Today,
we should also acknowledge our mistakes.
As a Supreme Court, today, we have buried our heads in the sand. And we don't want to face the reality, but ultimately it will be our responsibility for every human right violation that is happening today. The enforced disappearances, we don't let them speak. We say that it's a political issue. It is not a political issue. It is about the Constitution, the grave violations that are taking place. We cannot shut our eyes. And again, I would say, speaking for myself, the most important petition that is pending in this court is regarding the alleged irregularities on 8th of February elections, and it's known to everyone.
My Lord, counsel have their limitations. Your Lordship, sitting at that exalted position, can say things which may expose me to the law of contempt.
Mr. Makhdoom,
I
think this calls for a cup of tea. Thank you.
5 MNAs, for instance, from Balochistan, which entitles it to 1 seat. Yes, because I'm going by the constitutional number. And it entitles them to 1 reserved seat. But they have not filed a list. There are 2 or 3 consequences which are attached to it. First, there has to be a list. Then the candidate has to file his nomination papers.
Yes, but nothing like that has happened.
No, nothing. So all of that has not happened.
But the 5 seats are there, and if that political party, in your formulation, among the political parties, is among those political parties, it would arithmetically get 1 seat. But you are laying a lot of emphasis on the existence of the reserved seats, the prior existence. Well, there's no reserved seat here. So what will then happen? Would those 10 or 5, whatever those returned candidates are of a political party, be deemed somehow, for purposes of the paragraph, to be quote-unquote independent, and everyone else gets to share it? What?
My submission is that the way I see it, my Lord, the constitutional scheme is that if no list for reserved parties is submitted, no priorities allocated, no nomination papers filed, so on and so forth, I need not go through all that list, then that political party has chosen not to contest for the reserved seats. So they are out of the race, and that will be distributed amongst the rest. That's my submission.
That is your submission, which is what the Constitution says. As simple as that.
Isme Makhdoom Sahab, Justice Shah and Justice her ladyship, unka jo question hai, that is very relevant. The first limb of that question, as I understand, is whether it is mandatory that the House is complete. As I read sub-article 1 of Article 51, there is no such compulsion, or it is not mandatory that it has to be complete. The second limb is that according to the proportionate representation system, each political party would get only such seats as are in ratio to what they have secured in the general elections, not more than that. आपसे जो बार-बार सवाल पूछा जा रहा है, prima facie my reading of the article is that it is not mandatory that the assembly is complete, because there's a distinction between seats and members. It does not say that the National Assembly shall consist of so many members. It is seats and then members. Secondly, how can you get seats more than what you have secured, you see? That is the question.
Yes, sir.
यहीं पे इसको सप्लीमेंट कर लीजिए. मैंने अपने क्वेश्चन को थोड़ा सा दोबारा रिफ्रेश करता हूँ कि इस्लामिक लॉ ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस के अंदर के शेयर्स को तमाम स्टेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाए और लेफ्ट ओवर होती है, फिर प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रिटर्न अप्लाई होता है। प्रोपोर्शनल रिप्रेजेंटेशन के अंदर क्या प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रिटर्न अप्लाई होता है? अगर नहीं होता तो फिर मेरा सवाल है कि हाउ यू गॉट दी सीट्स?
My Lord, I would not import the laws of inheritance. That's a very complicated law on its own into the constitutional law. But may I go back to constitutional law, and may I make a submission on constitutional law? On constitutional law, my submission is that the House needs to be complete insofar as possible. There are exigencies as articulated by my Lord Mr. Muni Bakhtar, where people may die, people may resign, people may decide to retire and submit a resignation, and then the Constitution provides how those are to be filled in, as happens in the case of vacancies on this honorable court. And that does not make the court dysfunctional, but there is also a period where these seats cannot be filled in, as articulated by my Lord Mr. Muni Bakhtar, and that too is provided for in the Constitution. Over here, the proportional representation system is based on a proportionate division between the political parties. The independents, to start with, are excluded from the mix. To take my Lord Mr. Syed Mansoor Ali Shah's example, if in a house of 236 there were to be 2 political parties and 234 independents, because the proportion is in terms of the Constitution between the political parties, it may sound extreme, but my submission on the language of the Constitution is that the reserved seats will be divided equally between them.
But what we're not reading in this is the seats secured by them in the General Assembly. So the general seats secured by them. So these 2 political parties, the next question would be, these 2 political parties have secured how many seats in the House?
Yes.
And then, if they've secured 1 each, they would have a corresponding share in the reserve. That's it. If they have 100 seats each, then they'll have a corresponding share in the reserve seats. But they can't just take the whole lot just because they're a political party.
My Lord,